Liver failure, the sign on your foot that could save your life. You get home after a long day, you kick off your shoes, collapse onto the couch, and there it is again. That weird, puffy swelling in your feet. Your socks have left behind these deep, angry red lines on your ankles. You press your thumb into the swollen part, and the dent just stays there. A little pit in your skin. You brush it off. It's just fatigue, right? You've been on your feet all day, it's hot. Maybe you had too much salt for lunch. It happens. Every morning it seems a little better. But what if it's not just fatigue? What if this annoying, persistent swelling isn't a sign you're tired, but a life or death warning from one of your body's most important organs? What if that sign on your foot is your liver, silently screaming for help? So many of us write this symptom off, blaming it on aging, a long work day, or a dozen other harmless things. But for a growing number of people, this swelling, which doctors call peripheral edema, is the first, and sometimes only clue that their liver is in deep trouble. It's a quiet signal that, if you listen to it, could stop a fatal diagnosis in its tracks. This isn't about scaring you, it's about empowering you. Because understanding what your body is trying to tell you is the first step towards saving your own life. Today, we're going to break down exactly why your feet can be a window to your liver's health, what this specific sign really means, and the other subtle clues your liver might be sending. Stick with me, because this could be the most important thing you hear all year. The unsung hero. Why your liver is your body's MVP. Before we get into the warning signs, let's talk about the organ we're trying to save. We hear all about heart health and brain health, but the liver is hands down the most underappreciated, overworked organ in the body. Don't think of it as just one thing. Think of your liver as a massive, 24/7 chemical processing plant that never gets a day off. It juggles over 500 jobs that are absolutely essential to keeping you alive. First, your liver is your master filter, your body's head of security. Every drop of blood you have cycles through it. The liver identifies and neutralizes all the junk, the alcohol from last night, medications, pollution, and all the waste products your body naturally makes. It breaks these dangerous compounds down into harmless stuff your body can get rid of. Without this, your blood would turn into a toxic sludge, and your whole system would shut down. Second, it's a protein and bile factory. The liver is responsible for making a whole bunch of proteins, but for our chat today, the most important one is called albumin. Think of albumin as a water magnet that travels through your bloodstream, keeping fluid locked inside your blood vessels where it belongs. A lack of albumin is like trying to carry water in a leaky bucket. The liver also makes bile, that greenish-yellow stuff that's critical for digestion. It breaks down fats from your food and helps you absorb key vitamins like A, D, E, and K. Third, your liver is a metabolic powerhouse. It's in charge of your body's energy grid. It converts carbs into glucose for instant fuel, and it stores any extra as glycogen, ready to be released when you need a quick energy boost. It also manages the levels of fats and cholesterol in your blood. And if that wasn't enough, it's also a key player in your immune system and helps your blood clot. Your liver produces the vital factors that stop you from bleeding out from a simple cut. It's also packed with immune cells that destroy germs that get into your body. So, when we talk about liver failure, we're not just talking about one problem. We're talking about a full-blown systemic collapse. The detox center shuts down, the protein factory closes, the energy grid fails, and the emergency response systems are out of commission. And that is why a sign that seems as random as swollen feet is so directly connected to the health of this one incredible organ. The main event, decoding the swelling in your feet, peripheral edema. Okay, back to your feet. That puffiness has a medical name, peripheral edema. It's one of the most common and visible signs of advanced liver disease, especially cirrhosis. When your liver gets so sick that fluid starts to build up, it's a sign that major systems are failing. This swelling happens for two big, interconnected reasons, and both point back to a liver that just can't do its job anymore. the protein factory shuts down. Remember albumin, the water magnet protein we just talked about? A healthy liver churns out tons of it. This protein is what maintains the right pressure inside your blood vessels to keep fluid from leaking out. Let's use an analogy. Imagine your blood vessels are like a garden soaker hose. The albumin molecules are like big sponges inside that hose, holding on to water and stopping it from seeping out through all the little pores. But when your liver is badly damaged, it can't make enough albumin. Suddenly, you don't have enough sponges in your blood vessels. The water starts to leak out of your capillaries and into the surrounding tissues. So, why does all this fluid end up in your feet and ankles? One word: gravity. As you're standing and moving around all day, gravity naturally pulls this extra free-floating fluid down to the lowest parts of your body. That's your feet, ankles, and lower legs. This is why the swelling gets worse as the day goes on and might be a little better in the morning after you've been lying flat all night. This kind of swelling is often what's called pitting edema. You can do a quick test right now. Press your thumb firmly into a swollen area for 5 to 10 seconds. When you let go, if a little dent or pit stays in your skin for a few seconds, that's a classic sign of pitting edema. It tells you the swelling is from excess fluid, not an injury, a traffic jam in your liver. The second reason is a bit more complex. It has to do with blood pressure, but not the kind they measure in your arm. This is called portal hypertension. The portal vein is a superhighway that carries all the blood from your digestive organs, your stomach, intestines, you name it, to the liver to be filtered. In a healthy liver, blood flows smoothly off this highway and into a huge network of smaller streets inside the liver. But with advanced liver disease, especially cirrhosis, the liver tissue becomes hard and scarred. This scar tissue is like a bunch of giant roadblocks and collapsed bridges all over the city. Blood can't get through. This causes a massive traffic jam on the portal vein highway, and the pressure inside that vein skyrockets. This is portal hypertension. This insane pressure does two things that make the swelling worse. First, it physically shoves fluid out of the blood vessels around your gut. That fluid builds up in your belly, which is a condition called ascites. It's why many people with severe liver disease get a very swollen, distended abdomen. Second, this whole situation triggers a hormonal freakout. Your body senses the messed up blood flow and thinks it's dehydrated. So it tells your kidneys to hold on to as much salt and water as possible. This creates a vicious cycle. Your body holds on to more fluid. But since you still have low albumin and high portal pressure, that extra fluid just leaks right out, making the swelling in your feet and the fluid in your belly even worse. So, that puffiness in your feet is a direct message. It's a sign your liver's protein factory is failing and there's a catastrophic traffic jam at its front door. Section 3. The Other Whispers. 5 more signs. Your liver is in trouble. While swollen feet are a huge red flag, your liver rarely sends just one signal. It usually whispers before it shouts. Paying attention to these other, often subtle symptoms can give you the full picture. Here are 5 more key signs that your liver might be failing. The unbearable itch, pruritus. Ever had a maddening itch, especially on the palms of your hands or the soles of your feet, that you just can't scratch? This isn't dry skin or a bug bite. It's a deep, relentless itch that feels like it's coming from under your skin, and scratching gives you zero relief. This is a classic symptom of liver disease, particularly when bile ducts are blocked or damaged. Remember how the liver makes bile for digestion? When that flow is blocked, bile salts back up into your bloodstream. They then get deposited in your skin, where they're thought to irritate nerve endings and trigger this crazy itching. While it can happen anywhere, it's often most intense on the hands and feet. If you have an itch that won't quit and doesn't respond to lotion, it's a major red flag. Spider veins on your feet and chest, spider angiomas. Notice any new, small, red spider-like spots on your skin, especially on your chest, face, arms, or even your feet. These are called spider angiomas. they have a central red dot with tiny blood vessels that radiate out, just like a spider's legs. Here's a quick test. Press on the center dot. The whole spot should turn white. When you release the pressure, it will quickly fill back up with blood from the center out. These aren't just a cosmetic quirk. They're a direct result of your liver's metabolism going haywire. One of the liver's jobs is to regulate hormones, including estrogen. When the liver is damaged, it can't process estrogen properly, so you get too much of it in your blood. This excess estrogen causes tiny blood vessels near the skin's surface to swell, creating these spidery patterns. While one or two can be normal, suddenly developing several is strongly linked to liver disease. White or pale nails, Terry's nails. Take a look at your fingernails and toenails. Are they a healthy pink? Or do they look pale and washed out, almost like ground glass? A specific condition known as Terry's nails is a famous sign of severe diseases, especially liver failure. In fact, when it was first described, over 80% of patients with severe cirrhosis had this distinct nail pattern. Terry's nails are when the nail bed looks almost entirely white, often with a narrow pink or brownish band at the very tip. This change is believed to be caused by a decrease in blood vessels and an increase in other tissue in the nail bed, both consequences of chronic liver disease and those low albumin levels we talked about. If you notice your nails on both your hands and feet have taken on this ghostly white appearance, it's time for a talk with your doctor. Dark urine and pale stools. All right, time to talk about what's happening in the bathroom. The color of your urine and stool is a direct report on your liver's health. A healthy liver processes something called bilirubin, a yellow pigment from old red blood cells. The liver puts bilirubin into bile, which then goes to your intestines and is eliminated in your stool, making it brown. When the liver is damaged, it can't handle bilirubin. It builds up in your blood. Your kidneys then go into overdrive trying to filter it out, which turns your urine a dark amber, tea, or even brown color. At the same time, since bilirubin isn't making it to your gut, your stool loses its color. It can become pale, clay-colored, or even grayish-white. This combination, dark pee and pale poop, is a classic sign that your liver AS plumbing is seriously backed up. Pain, numbness, or tingling in your feet. Beyond how they look, liver disease can affect how your feet feel. If you're experiencing unexplained pain, numbness, burning, or a pins and needles feeling in your feet, a condition called peripheral neuropathy, it could absolutely be linked to your liver. This is especially common with alcoholic liver disease and hepatitis C. It is thought that the buildup of toxins that a healthy liver would normally filter out can directly damage your nerve endings. It is yet another message from your body that a central problem in your liver is affecting your entire system. Okay, I know that was a lot, and it's some seriously heavy information. If any of these signs, the swollen feet, the itching, the spider veins, the changes in your nails or bathroom habits, are sounding a little too familiar, just take a deep breath. This knowledge isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to spark action. The single most important thing you can do is listen to your body. If you're finding this information valuable, please take a second to like this video and subscribe. Spreading this knowledge could genuinely help someone. Now, let's talk about the most crucial part: what to do next. The path forward, your action plan for liver health. Hearing that these symptoms could signal liver failure is terrifying. But here's the most hopeful piece of news. Your liver has an almost magical ability to regenerate. It's the only organ that can regrow and repair itself, even after serious damage. Scientists are constantly discovering new things about this process, even exploring compounds in unexpected places for future therapies. But this regenerative power isn't infinite. You have to remove what's injuring it and give it the support it needs to heal. If you've recognized any of these signs, it's not a death sentence, it's a call to action. Here are the 3 non-negotiable steps you need to take. See your doctor immediately and ask for the right tests. This is the big one. Do not wait. Don't see if it gets better. Make an appointment with your doctor and be direct. Don't just say my feet are swollen. Say, "I have pitting edema in my feet, and I'm concerned it could be my liver." Mention any of the other signs you've noticed. Your doctor will likely order a liver function panel. These blood tests measure liver enzymes and, crucially, your levels of albumin and bilirubin. These numbers can give a clear picture of what's going on. From there, they might order an ultrasound to actually look at your liver. You have to be your own best advocate. Get honest about your diet and alcohol. What you put in your body is either helping your liver or pushing it closer to the edge. It really is that simple. First, alcohol. If you have any signs of liver distress, alcohol has to go. Completely. There's no safe amount. Alcohol is a direct toxin to liver cells. Every drink forces your liver to drop everything and detoxify it, causing more damage. Quitting is the single greatest gift you can give your struggling liver. Next, your diet. The standard modern diet, full of sugar, processed junk, and bad fats, is a huge driver of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD, which can lead to cirrhosis. You need to switch to a liver-friendly diet. That means cutting out sugar and refined carbs. Sugar, especially in drinks and processed snacks, goes straight to the liver and gets converted into fat. Slashing your sodium. If you have swelling, your body is already holding on to salt and water. You have to cut back drastically. That means ditching processed foods, canned soups, and fast food. Focusing on whole foods. Load up on vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower. Eat antioxidant-rich fruits like berries. Go for lean proteins and healthy fats from olive oil, avocados, and nuts. And drink plenty of water. Make liver-supportive lifestyle changes. Beyond diet, other choices make a huge difference. Manage your weight. Obesity is a massive risk factor for fatty liver disease. Losing even 5 to 10% of your body weight can dramatically reduce liver fat and inflammation. Get moving. Regular exercise helps your body use insulin better and can burn off liver fat. A mix of cardio and strength training is perfect. Be smart about medications. Many over-the-counter drugs, especially acetaminophen, Tylenol, can be rough on the liver, especially in high doses or mixed with alcohol. Always follow the instructions and tell your doctor about every single pill and supplement you take. Taking these steps gives your liver the fighting chance it deserves. We started with a simple, often ignored sign, swollen feet, at the end of the day. We've untangled how that one little thing connects to a failing protein factory and a high-pressure traffic jam inside your liver. We've learned to listen for the other whispers, the itch, the spider veins, the white nails, that create a chorus of warning. Your body is always communicating with you. It whispers before it shouts. That swelling in your foot, that itch on your hand, they are not random annoyances. They are messages from your body's early warning system, designed to give you time to act. Ignoring these signals is a gamble you just can't afford to take. But listening to them, understanding them, and acting on them is the ultimate form of taking control. If this video has sparked some concern, let that concern turn into action. Talk to your doctor. Change your lifestyle. Give your incredible regenerative liver the chance to do its magic and heal. Listening to that quiet sign on your foot today could be the very thing that saves your life tomorrow. Thanks for watching. If this was valuable and you think it could help someone you know, please subscribe for more health insights that can make a real difference. Stay informed and be well.